Part 1. Haggis is a traditional Scottish dish made from sheep's heart, liver, and lungs, mixed with onions, oatmeal, suet, salt, pepper, and spices. The story of haggis dates back to the 15th century when it was first mentioned in a recipe book called The Form of Curry. This medieval cookbook is attributed to the master cooks of King Richard II. Haggis was originally served at special occasions like weddings and holidays. The dish became popular during the 18th century when Scottish immigrants brought their culinary traditions to other parts of the world. In modern times, haggis has become a staple in Scotland, often served with mashed potatoes, tatties, and turnips or swede, neeps. Haggis is also made from vegetarian ingredients such as mushrooms, lentils, or tofu for those who do not eat meat. The dish has gained international recognition, featured on menus around the globe. Despite its global popularity, haggis remains an integral part of Scottish culture and heritage. It symbolizes Scotland's history, resilience, and strong national identity. In short, haggis is more than just a food, it represents Scotland's story, traditions, and values. Part 2. Garum was a fish sauce that originated in ancient Rome and played a significant role in their culinary history. This sauce was made from fermented fish intestines, salt, and herbs. It was used to enhance the flavor of various dishes, including meats, vegetables, and even desserts. Garum was an essential ingredient in many Roman recipes and was highly prized for its unique umami taste. In this video, we will explore the history of garum and how it was used in ancient Roman cooking. We will also show you how to make a modern version of garum using easily available ingredients. The result is a deliciously savory condiment that adds depth to any dish. Garum has had a lasting impact on Western cuisine, influencing the development of many sauces and seasonings. Today, we will dive into the world of ancient Roman cooking and uncover the secrets of this iconic ingredient. Part 3. The Forgotten War in Eastern Congo refers to the 2008 conflict between the government of the Democratic Republic of Congo and various rebel groups. This conflict was largely overlooked by the international community at the time. However, it had significant implications for global security and human rights. The conflict involved several rebel groups, including the National Congress for the Defense of the People, CNDP, and the Forces Démocratiques de Libération du Rwanda, FDLR. These groups were primarily composed of Hutu and Tutsi fighters who had fled Rwanda after the 1994 genocide. The conflict began in August 2008, when the government launched a military operation against the CNDP in the northeastern town of Kisangani. The operation was widely condemned by human rights organizations, which accused the government of using disproportionate force against civilians. The conflict ultimately led to the signing of the Nairobi Agreement in March 2009, which established a framework for peace negotiations between the government and rebel groups. However, the agreement failed to bring about lasting peace, and fighting continued until the present day. In recent years, the international community has increased its efforts to address the root causes of the conflict, including poverty and inequality. These efforts have included initiatives to improve access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities for civilians in affected areas. Despite these efforts, the conflict remains a significant challenge for peacebuilding and humanitarian work in Eastern Congo. Part 4. Paul's famous meatball subs have been a Chicago staple for decades, but what's behind their enduring popularity? One story behind the subs is Paul's family recipe, which has been passed down through generations. The secret to the meatballs lies in a blend of beef and pork, mixed with breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese. Another reason for the sub's success is Paul's commitment to using only the freshest ingredients. He sources his meat from local butchers and his produce from regional farmers. But what about the history of the meatball sub itself? The origins of this beloved sandwich can be traced back to Italian immigrants who brought their own versions with them to America. One popular story is that the meatball sub was born in New York City's Little Italy, where Italian-American delis began serving meatballs on sub rolls. The meatball sub quickly spread throughout the city and eventually made its way to Chicago, where Paul's famous took it to new heights. Part 5. Chiles rellenos have a rich history that dates back to ancient times in Mexico and other parts of Central America. The name literally means stuffed peppers, with the pepper being typically poblano or another mild variety. This dish has been a staple for centuries, with various regional twists and flavors. In this video, we will explore the spicy truth behind Chiles rellenos, from their origins to modern-day variations. We'll dive into the cultural significance, historical context, and the science behind why these peppers are so beloved. You'll learn about the different types of peppers used, the secret ingredients that make them special, and how to cook them like a pro. Whether you're a foodie, historian, or just someone who loves spicy food, this video is for you. Get ready to uncover the spicy truth about chiles rellenos. Chiles rellenos have become a staple in many cuisines, with various countries putting their own spin on this classic dish. From Mexican to Spanish, Italian, and beyond, each region has its unique take on stuffed peppers. In this video, we'll explore how different cultures have adapted and modified the recipe over time. We'll also discuss the role of chiles rellenos in modern-day cuisine, including their use in contemporary restaurants and at-home cooking. With its rich history, cultural significance, and delicious flavors, chiles rellenos are a dish that's sure to captivate your taste buds. Whether you're a seasoned food enthusiast or just starting your culinary journey, this video is the perfect guide for you. Part 6. High-heat cooking methods can lead to acrylamide formation in foods like French fries and breaded items. This chemical has been linked to potential health risks, such as cancer and neurological damage. Acrylamide is formed when starchy foods are cooked at high temperatures for a long time. It's also found naturally in some foods like sweet potatoes and yeast. However, the scientific consensus is that acrylamide is not harmful to humans in moderate amounts. Some studies suggest that very high doses of acrylamide may increase cancer risk. Nevertheless, more research is needed to fully understand its effects on human health. For now, it's essential to consume comfort foods in moderation and follow safe cooking practices. By reducing cooking time or using lower temperatures, you can minimize your exposure to acrylamide. Additionally, choose whole, unprocessed foods as much as possible to limit your intake of this chemical. Maintaining a balanced diet with variety is key to overall health and well-being. A healthy lifestyle involves being mindful of our food choices and taking steps to minimize potential risks. Part 7. In Scotland, the national dish has long been shrouded in mystery. It's not just about haggis or neeps and tatties. The true story of Scotland's national dish is one of intrigue and deception. Haggis is often seen as the iconic Scottish dish, but it's actually a closely guarded secret blend. This blend includes meat, bread, and oats, but what else does it contain? To uncover the truth, we must delve into the history of Scotland's culinary past. From ancient times to modern-day recipes, the journey is filled with surprises. With each step, the mystery deepens, and the truth becomes harder to find. The real question remains: what exactly makes up Scotland's national dish? Part 8. McDonald's fried chicken has gained a cult following, and for good reason. The secret sauce is often cited as the main contributor to its appeal. However, it's not the only factor at play. One key element is the type of potato used in their fries. McDonald's uses russet Burbank potatoes, which have a high starch content and yield a crispy exterior when cooked. This type of potato also helps to balance out the flavor with a slightly sweet taste. Another crucial aspect is the cooking process itself. The combination of hot oil and precise temperature control creates a golden brown crust on the outside while keeping the inside juicy. The chicken pieces are also carefully prepared to ensure even browning and crispiness. This attention to detail, combined with the right ingredients and cooking technique, makes McDonald's fried chicken truly exceptional. It's not just about the secret sauce, it's about the entire culinary experience. By focusing on these key elements, we can gain a deeper understanding of what makes McDonald's fried chicken so irresistible. Part 9. Highly processed foods are not inherently bad for you. Many people believe that eating a lot of packaged goods will lead to health problems, but the science isn't so clear-cut. In fact, some studies have found that highly processed foods can actually be beneficial in certain situations. For example, a study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that consuming high amounts of processed carbohydrates improved insulin sensitivity in people with type 2 diabetes. Similarly, another study published in the British Journal of Nutrition discovered that eating more processed meat was associated with a lower risk of certain types of cancer. This is because highly processed foods often contain nutrients and compounds that are lacking in whole foods, such as fiber, vitamins, and minerals. However, it's also important to note that these benefits only apply when consuming highly processed foods in moderation. Eating too much of any food can lead to negative health effects, regardless of whether it's a whole food or a processed one. The key is balance and variety. To get the most out of highly processed foods, look for products that are low in added sugars, salt, and unhealthy fats. Also, try to incorporate more plant-based meals into your diet and limit your intake of red meat. By making these tweaks, you can enjoy the benefits of highly processed foods while minimizing their risks. Ultimately, the science suggests that our current understanding of what makes a food good or bad is too simplistic. The truth is likely somewhere in between. What's most important is eating a balanced diet that includes a wide variety of whole foods and being mindful of your overall health habits. By doing so, you can enjoy the convenience and nutritional benefits of highly processed foods without sacrificing your well-being. Part 10. Many traditional dishes have been lost over time due to cultural suppression and forced assimilation. One of these forgotten foods is the Three Sisters, a staple dish made from corn, beans, and squash. These crops were first cultivated by Native Americans thousands of years ago and were considered a gift from the spirits. The Three Sisters were not only a food source but also played a crucial role in maintaining soil health and balancing the ecosystem. Unfortunately, this dish was largely forgotten after European colonization. Another forgotten food is succotash, a dish made from corn, beans, and squash that was popularized by Native American women. Succotash was often served at special occasions and was considered a luxury item. Despite its rich history, succotash has become a rare sight on modern menus. It's time to revive these forgotten foods and give them the recognition they deserve. By trying new dishes, we can honor the culinary traditions of Native American communities. Trying new foods is an exciting way to explore different cultures and flavors.